Athletic Department. We are back here again today in the Waco Center down here in the office of Pioneer Media for another segment of the Coaches Show. And we're moving on to the winter sports. We've got some sessions here this morning, and our guest for this show is head women's basketball coach Kim Stevens. Coach, good to see you this morning.
Thanks, Coach.
Back at it. Scrimmages are behind you, and want to touch that right off the bat because I know with it's not just getting in motion with your system. It's pretty complex trying to figure out combinations and all that. And what have you gained from the scrimmages this winter?
We could use about 4 or 5 more scrimmages. We saw some things, some good things. I don't think we saw enough. Some things are still just not clicking with our press and our defense and our offense. We have been able to make some adjustments. We had some difficulties. Didn't get any stat or film from our first scrimmage, so that was kind of unfortunate. We didn't really get to learn from that there. And we had 2 pretty good tests to see where we are. We got humbled a little bit. We know what we need to work on. We just don't really have enough time to fix it all. So when we go into games, we're just going to continue to learn and continue to take it step by step. And like I said at Media Day, hopefully by the end of the year, we can start to get in a groove.
I know you back in the 18-19 year, you almost had a completely overhauled roster that year. So this is not your first rodeo in that area, but just if you can speak to some of the challenges this fall with trying to become a team, bringing a whole new group together.
For the most part, they've been remarkable. They're funny, they're fun to be around, they like each other. I think it's been a very big wake-up call for them, how hard we work and just kind of the level that we do things at here. But I think they've done a really good job of being fun to be around, of showing up, working hard every day, pushing through soreness. And so, again, it's just going to take time. And I'm not the most patient person in the world, but it's going to take time for us to figure out who's going to be where at a certain time and a certain play and all of that.
And that's going to start this weekend for the games counting. And going down to our good friend, Coach Cookie Marshall down at State, going down to their tournament and playing Westchester and Livingstone. What do you see here as far as this season opening tournament?
Yeah, I'm terrified. We normally, in years past, we don't do very well in our opening tournament because it takes a while to figure it out. So I think that we've only gone 2-0 maybe 3 times, and one of those was last year, and we only won our first game by 1 point. I'm just nervous. I know what we do wrong early in the year. We have a lot of fouls. We have a lot of turnovers. We don't really rebound the way we need to rebound. So it usually takes us some time to figure it out. Doing the scout on Westchester, they look like they're going to be a lot better, and they always get us early. And then they got a lot of turnover too, a lot of new players. They returned 4 of their 5 starters, but then they have a lot of transfers coming in that I think are going to give us a problem.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned about, having some of those tough starts, and when we were, researching, for the book, we realized that how tough y'all had a rough time shooting right off the bat, from the field and from the free throw line. With that, is the defense going to be a big key for these early games?
Yeah, it will be if we can figure it out. If we can get enough steals and then go score off of it. We'll see. Our scrimmages have kind of been up and down with our defense, and so we'll see if we can put it together on the right night. If not, we'll bring back some film and we'll continue to learn from it.
Absolutely. What about just with the, on the mental side, coming off, the national championship and hitting the reset button? Everybody, how people are thinking, she's going to roll. And it's been, like you said, it's a challenge putting a group together, being able to handle the mental, the psychological side moving forward with.
Yeah, I think I'm over it. You celebrate it, you get back to work. I don't think about the national championship a whole lot. I actually will tell people we're not going to talk about it. It's over. But I think the biggest thing going forward, and we've talked about it as a team, and we really need to talk about it a little bit more, is that they are still the defending national champions. And teams are going to storm the court, and teams are going to celebrate, and teams are going to want to beat us very, very badly. And they have a giant target on their back that they don't even realize is there. They're getting hunted, and they don't even realize they're being hunted. They don't even know. They couldn't name all 12 teams in our league. That's just how new and naive they are. They don't quite understand the burden that they carry yet. And I think they will. the first couple times that happens to them. We've talked about it, but it's a little bit unfair to them, but it is what it is. It's why they signed here, and we're just going to try to carry it the best we can.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, when we get together next week, we'll be talking about either favorably or unfavorably, whatever happens down in Institute, but looking forward to the games going again. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, and thank you all for joining us out there. We'll see you next week on the Coaches Show.